All right, welcome back, YouTube, for another market analysis for the London session and potentially into the US session. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the levels that we're going to be looking at for tonight. Let's start with S&P 500, then we'll go into gold and then also NASDAQ. Let's take a look at S&P here. You can see we have some resistance levels sitting up between these 92 to 92, maybe 75, right around there. Um, we are below that level. We did hit this high, really good area of interest that we were looking at, 34.90 to 92. We did get up into that level right around those 92.75s, and we pulled down. Now, what we do want to see is the market come back and retest these 34.80s and then try to make its pull back down. I do think if we can hold this level of 80, maybe to 81, we are going to try to pull right back into this 71.50. And if we can get below that, we're going to see the market drift down into these 61.25s. That's going to be a good level. Below that, obviously, we're going to retest these levels of 41, then somewhere down around 33.75, right around there. So we are looking for that. Now, if price gets back above and pops up, we're going to see it try to pop up into this 92 to 94 area. Well, actually 92 to 90 area. And from there, we can look for some resistance. If we do get above that level, I got a target level of 35.01 that we're going to be looking at. But as of right now, I do think that we are going to actually drift back down into these 70s. And then if we can get down below that level, we're going to see some more downside, about 34.60 into 34.50. So that is our target levels on S&P. Let's take a look at a 5-tick here real quick and give you guys a look at that. Actually, let me take this off here real fast. Okay, so taking a look at this 5-tick here, zoom out for you guys so you guys can see. We are trying to drift back down. S&P does look like it's going to try to come right back into that support there around the 70s. Did want to see another retest of the 80s and then try a downward side, but looks like we're just going to start to drift down earlier than earlier than the retest level that we were looking for. So we are looking for that to come down into the 70s. If it does give us a pullback though, we will look to attempt that downside from there. But 70 to 72, get below that area, then we're going to try to see right around these 34.60s to 34.50s. Below that, you got those 40s, and then you got those 33 to 36 area down below. So we'll highlight some of these levels. We came as low as 31.25. All right, we have these 40s up over here, and obviously we got some other levels right around these 48 areas. So we'll look at this, but I would say we're going to be coming right back down into those 50 to 48s. Now, if we get below those 50s, get into these 48 to 49s, look for that retest, and then a continuation move down. Right, some of our levels from yesterday played out very well in the London session and also into the US session. So, great opportunities when you do an analysis like this to get some good trades for the US session. Let's take a look at gold here, real quickly. Gold, I do believe, may actually pull down as well, but we are moving up. Now, some levels we were looking at, we did come as high as around these 1915s, kind of right around this area. We peaked up here. The market then started to travel lower and lower. I do think that gold is probably going to pull back into these 1906 to 1908s. Now, if we get below this level, we're going to try to see these 04s, and then 01 to 1900 is going to be our next level of support down here, right? But we are going to be looking for more of this downside, given that we held this movement here and we couldn't break back above. So we are looking for gold to shift right back down into these 1906s. So if you guys are looking for a trade, say the short side is the best side right now. Good opportunity to continue. We came up to a strong area of exhaustion and have been moving down from there. So good opportunity to get below these 1906s, look for that retest, and then pull it down into 1904 and then 1900 to 1901. That is going to be our target levels for the London session. If we do pass those levels, by the time London session comes up, we'll look for some other levels as well. Let's take a look at a 5-tick chart here on gold. You guys can see it a little bit closer. You can see the market pulled down, had these nice descending peaks, pull back up, failed to get above that level and started to travel back down again. Nice pullback right into this area again, failed it again, and we are looking for this market to just start to fall back lower. Now we may come and curve back up and retest. If we do, we can anticipate maybe a move for resistance and then a pullback down, or it might just blow right back up to the upside. So we will be cautious. We do have that level of support, 1904 to 1906 to 1908 as our first target area on the downside. Get back into that level and below. Again, we'll be looking for those 04s and 1900s on the downside as well. Let's take a look at a NASDAQ chart. We'll do a 20 tick since this one here moves quite a bit. You can see we have some resistance levels already. Wanted to see this market fail this level right here, sitting at these 1880.75, I guess you would say. And we're going to look for that market to come right back into these 840s, so 11,840. And then from there, look for an opportunity to either go back long from this area, back into the middle, right around these 60s, or back into these 880s. Or we're going to see the market collapse underneath, and we have another target level of 11,820. So that's going to be our opportunity there. But nice movement right off this NASDAQ chart on the downside. So that's going to be our bigger levels here on NASDAQ as well. We're going to be looking for that, and then looking for the market to come into this support first, right around these 839.25s, right at these bottoms right here. All right, that's going to be our level of interest. But given that we are moving down, just be cautious. You don't want to try to fade this if it's strongly coming into this level. So we do want to watch out. Best opportunities would have been right here at these levels to continue that short back down at bare minimum into these 59 to 60s, and then max right down into these lows of 47. Get below that again, we'll look for these 11,820s. So that's going to be our opportunity there on NASDAQ. But other than that, that's what we're going to be looking at for the London session, and maybe even potentially into the US session. The levels hold up really nicely. If you guys like this video, please go ahead and smash that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe. If you guys have any questions, any concerns, anything you guys want to talk about, go ahead and pop those questions into the YouTube channel, and I will get back to you guys. You guys have a great night. Take care.